We got many reveals in One Piece chapter 1157, but in my opinion, the most important reveal is in the cover story. We see Yamato going up to the grave that was teased a month ago at this point, and we see that the grave is of someone who died protecting the village from Kaido, leaving no trace of his body behind. Now, this is interesting because in the last cover story, we got confirmed that this is a grave of someone who was born in the West Blue and was raised in Ringo. So I have two theories about who this could be. The first one is a little bit straightforward, and the other one literally came to me in a dream, so it's a little bit crazy. The night after, I think, or like maybe a day after reading the chapter, I guess I was thinking about it, and like this answer came to me when I woke up. But the first theory is a little bit more straightforward and potentially even a little bit more likely. This could be a grave for Gecko Moria.
What?
Think about it. He's from the West Blue. His fight with Kaido happened in Ringo, and Moria can vanish without a trace. He can swap places with his shadow.
Whoa, what the hell? So you're saying that like the people of Wano thought he died and then like made a grave for him?
So
that's wild. Okay.
So I mean, that could be why Moria went back to Wano. Like, say he was born in the West Blue, for some reason was raised in Ringo and we don't know about it. That's kind of the most shaky part of this theory. But say that's how he knew about Ryuma, potentially, is that there was a legendary warrior who lived in Ringo and Wano, and he knew that his body was there, and like once he got the shadow free, he's like, that's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna revive that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, do you have any thoughts about that, about how it could be possible?
I'm not subscribing to your idea just yet, but if that were the case, I think it would draw more interesting parallels to the reason I'm like kind of iffy about it is because we just haven't seen enough of that characteristic to like side with. But the idea of like Moria like falling off and like maybe once he was like goated, I just feel like if he were that case, then we would have seen something of it in like the Odin flashback or something. I'm not sure, but
also this kind of ties in with the potential idea that has been floating around of Rocks wanting the shadow fruit. Like, I don't know, it could, like, two theories lining up in a way that are presented narratively at the same time. That could be the thing that Oda was kind of holding off or stalling with the cover story for, is for Rocks to reveal that that's one of the fruits that he wanted. But also, I mean, that's just me kind of reaching for some sort of confirmation bias there. I don't really think that this is true, but I'm just saying, putting it out there that that could be something that is real.
Sure. Let's hear your second.
My second theory, the one that came to me in a dream, which is one that I'm gonna jump fully into, and something that I'm gonna put the pedal to the metal and fully like investing in these stocks. Okay, I believe that the grave that Yamato is visiting right now is the previous user of Yamato's devil fruit, the guardian of Wano. I went back to the chapter where Yamato's devil fruit was revealed. Kaido said, this is the Inu Inu no Mi model mythical wolf type. And then he says, I worked hard to get this. It is the guardian deity of Wano. Not like the wolf is the guardian deity of Wano. The devil fruit itself is the guardian deity of Wano. And similarly, the same words Old Man Hyo says about Luffy when he's in Gear 4th. He has the scarf in the Gear 4th form. He says he looks just like a guardian deity, not the guardian deity, but a guardian deity. I think potentially that this could be not just a clue of who this person is, but a clue of how mythical Zoan fruits work in general. If you're saying, if Kaido is saying that the devil fruit itself is the guardian deity, and the elders say that just like the Nika fruit has its own will, what if there wasn't a person that had the devil fruit? What if there was an item that had this mythical devil fruit, and when he died, when Kaido killed it, it just vanished. There was no body left behind because the devil fruit reincarnated somewhere on the island, and then Kaido got it.
Okay, wait. Can I give you like a very Occam's razor response to all that? Because I like the idea of it being Yamato's like previous fruit user. Hear me out. Ushimaru is from Ringo.
Mm-hmm.
What if Ushimaru was just the previous user of the fruit?
That's true. That's true.
Like, maybe the bigger reveal here is that Ushimaru is not from Wano.
Yeah.
Ushimaru came from the West Blue, went to Wano, and then like generations later, the Shimotsuki clan moved to the east.
I don't know.
Maybe there's something there.
I think it's a good shout. And there's a part 2 to this, which I think coincides with that as well, is that this person had to have come from the West Blue. And
yeah,
I believe, since the mural came out, that the wolf figure in the mural is not a mink like so many people are saying. I believe the wolf figure in the mural is either, if you subscribe to the fact that Nika existed at one point, it could be just the guardian deity of Wano, like the mythical wolf, or a previous user of the fruit. I believe that that wolf figure represents the mythical wolf, not a mink. And so if
I'm with that.
This person comes from the West Blue, and we're saying that the ancient kingdom in Laughtail could be in the West Blue, that could be be keying into it, that this factor of the ancient kingdom, this ally of the ancient kingdom who fought with Joy Boy, that fruit stayed in the West Blue, and then the person who ate it went to Wano and then became the guardian deity of Wano.
I like that a lot. I like the idea of like Wano was clearly like the Kozuki clan and family. They made the poneglyphs. They were clearly allies to the ancient kingdom. And maybe when the world government was trying to persecute them, like the person who was on Joy Boy's crew or whatever, who was the guardian deity, went to go protect Wano. I just think like that's a cool idea, that like the guardian deity protected Wano and came from the West. And similarly, I mean, it begs the question, like, does it go back and forth? Did the fruit travel back to the West or go back? But whatever. I just like the idea, the principle of like it coming from the West, that the ancient kingdom is from the West, and then protecting Wano.
If this mythical wolf is the guardian deity of Wano originally, it might key into the fact that mythical Zoans, or Zoans in general, have their own will. So maybe the user of the fruit has this innate desire to go back to Wano where it came from.
I have to go to Wano.
I have to go back there, you know? There's one more thing that I wanted to shout about, similarly about the nature of devil fruits and mythical Zoans in general. In the mural, it says, "Man killed the sun and became God." What if these guardian deities, as Hyo calls them, Nika and the mythical wolf, and maybe more, what if they did exist in a non-devil fruit form at some point, and how they become devil fruits is they get killed by someone, then the spirit or something, I don't know, however devil fruits function, the mythical Zoans are mythical figures, they are this like actual deity, then they get killed, they go into the fruit, and then man is able to become them.
I kind of still like believe in what Vegapunk was kind of hinting towards, and I kind of assess that for all devil fruits, the idea that like it doesn't matter whether or not they had these abilities. If people believed that they do, then like the idea transcends that. And I think that kind of works for devil fruits in general. Like that's how Luffy's ability works, kind of like his limitations are kind of whatever he thinks they are. And I think the idea is that like, let's just say there was a mythical figure or like something to enable the fact that people believed in the myth of this fox that can, use ice powers or whatever, right? It doesn't matter whether or not that was accurate. If people believed it, then the fruit can exist. Yeah. Because I think the fruits are kind of like man's desires, like that apparate into something like actually physical. I don't know how like exactly they're going to do that in the story, and like you said, there seems to be like some magic / science involved that we are not aware of yet. But I think I agree with the idea, similar to how like Nika has multiple interpretations, and like we're not entirely sure like how true the figure is. I put this mythical zone in the same like realm of that now.
I mean, that's my theory. I'm throwing it out there. I'm gonna put up the screenshot. This literally came to me in a dream. I woke up, it was in my head, and I was like, whoa, the person in that grave is the previous user of Yamato's fruit. If anything from this theory comes true, I believe that it will be just that. Like, I don't think necessarily, I'm not 100% going full in on everything that I said, but I do believe that the grave is the previous user of Yamato's fruit, because it's explicitly implied that there was from Kaido saying it's the guardian deity of Wano, it existed as the guardian deity of Wano at some point, and to get a fruit you have to kill the previous user. Kaido did kill the previous user of the mythical wolf fruit, so that has to be true. So I think, going a little further, the fact that it is Yamato going up to the grave, it's kind of keying into the fact that it is maybe related to Yamato in a way.
And if it is Ushimaru, then like there's more reason for Yamato to go to this grave, because they have a relationship.
I honestly like that. I kind of do. I think that would be good if it was Ushimaru, and also Ushimaru was the user of this fruit. It would be, I think it would tie it together pretty well, to be honest.
The more interesting thing to take away is, like, if that's true, Ushimaru's from the West Blue, and like what the hell could that mean? Like there's a lot going on there, but
Ryuma was pre-Joy Boy, right?
It's implied. It's kind of hard to. There's no like exact timeline, because he kills dragons, and like what the hell does that mean? You know, like
and Ryuma is Shimotsuki, right? And Ushimaru is Shimotsuki, right?
It's Shimotsuki Ryuma. Yeah.
So there is like a bloodline of Shimotsuki that leave Wano and go to the East Blue. What if they originally came from the West Blue, went to Wano? I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, we don't even understand, like is there a world like pre-Red Line? Is there like there was probably maybe easier ways to travel before, and you know, Wano maybe was not always closed, like things like that. We don't know like all the logistics of travel before.
That's all I've got for the cover story. You said you had something for it?
I mean, I was gonna lead on the Ushimaru stuff, but I also wanted to mention I like Ulti in page 1 making a giant Kaido snowman in the background.
Hilarious. It's funny that they make a snowman out of Kaido in front of a man who was killed by Kaido.
Yeah.
It's kind of bogus, but it's funny. If that's it for the cover story, we can get right into the chapter, which has some big reveals in itself.
Wait. I'm sorry. Just one more thing about the cover story. I think it is interesting. This just jumped up to me, because this is one thing I was like thinking about with Ushimaru. There was a theory for a while, because of the similarities in designs, how Ushimaru and the two other samurai, I'm forgetting their name, but those three samurai got turned into the numbers because their designs are very similar. I think it's interesting that it says here he died protecting the village from Kaido, leaving no trace of his body behind. Like, what if his body was used for the experiments that became the numbers?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that was it.
I think, honestly, that's the only question mark for me with it being Ushimaru, is why did his body just disappear for no reason? Let's move on to the chapter.
Talk about the chapter.
Title. What's the title? The Legendary Bar. Okay, so this is crazy. We start off with Rock's Pirates raiding the International Philanthropy Federation, which is pretty hilarious.
New faction.
Yeah, it looks like they get pretty owned, though. So, I mean, this section shows off the kind of infighting in the Rocks Pirates. Like, Shakky just throws a bomb down at Whitebeard and Kaido. He's like, good. More treasure for us. So, yeah, I guess this is sort of foreshadowing a potential collapse of the crew in God Valley. That could be how Rocks meets his end. It's also, I mean, both Linlin and Kaido talk about, pirates will always betray each other. So I mean, it's kind of been spelled out that there is a betrayal in the Rocks crew that spells the demise for their fight at God Valley.
It is interesting though, just like on the rocks is not as bad as Blackbeard, or rocks is not as similar as Blackbeard as we think. Train. It seems like this International Philanthropy Federation is like corrupt. Like
yeah, it's a front for
it's a front,
yeah.
right? It's a front, yeah. And because they say like, damn it, these bastards know everything about us. Like I think the fact that Rocks is, you know, kind of stealing from the corrupt, like again, this teeters on the fact that like he's not as simple as black and white. Like he is bad, you know, it's not that simple. But yeah,
and also this confirms that Whitebeard does have the Quake fruit.
Yeah,
and the Quake fruit is not one of the ones that Rox was looking for. I know that was something that was talked about by a few people. Is like, oh, what if Rox wants the Quake fruit? It fits his style. It's what Blackbeard ends up getting. So the two devil fruits that Rox is looking for are different than the two that Blackbeard ends up getting. So that's something to note.
Yeah, I will say I saw this, like, you know, the world shaking and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, are we about to see the previous user of the Whitebeard fruit? Like, are we about to see him? But nah, he already has it, which is interesting.
I like this little interaction with Whitebeard and Kaido.
Kaido, yeah, me too. I love it. I also like the banter between Shakky and Kyo. Like I like how much we're seeing the crew like interact with each other. I think, like, dare I say, this is the most like fleshed out crew interactions other than the Straw Hats, right? Like, I feel like
I think
there's no other crew that's doing this kind of interacting with each other.
Yeah, maybe except for like Cross Guild.
Oh yeah,
like, we've only got like 2 chapters with them, but yeah, you're right. I think they are fleshing out like the dynamics between the crew. Like Kaido's the new kid on the block. Like Whitebeard and Lin are like his kind of like mentor-ish figures. Not really.
Yeah.
But I mean, that also like there's the scene where like the introduction to Kaido, where Kaido is like, he's like, damn it, Newgate, you figured out a way to die. And it's like, it kind of hits kind of harder because it's shown here that they were kind of close. Like Whitebeard was one of the ones that showed him kindness on the crew, because everyone else seemed to like fucking treat him like shit.
I've been on this train like from like you know how much I'm like kind of cynical about Wano. Like, you know, I'm not like I always like try to bash on it, but no matter what I say, I love Kaido. Like, I think Kaido is like kind of underrated as a villain. I think like his writing is like so subtle, but I like it so much. It's just like the facts that line up that are so interesting to me. We know Kaido wanted to kill Black or Whitebeard when he like, that's why Shanks stopped him. Like, Kaido had an intent to kill his previous like, you know, comrade or whatever. Sure, maybe they're not like friends, but like, maybe I think that's just interesting. Because
maybe he thought Whitebeard would kill him if they fought.
Maybe, sure, but like, it's just things like that. And then like, I really think back on the small interaction between Jack and Kaido when Jack was defeated and Kaido was like, "You're not weak. They were just really strong." Like, the fact that he even bothered to say that and like showed like some kind of care towards like his crewmate, and like, I don't know, it's maybe Oda's not like planning this out to be read this way, but the way I read it was like, he respects the camaraderie between pirate crews, and maybe because, you know, at one point he was probably the Jack of his crew, like in like, the Rocks Pirates, like he was like kind of like made fun of. Like, he's the same kind of, it's kind of the same factor. Like, I think there's something there that's like, you know, not spelled out for us, but there's more to Kaido's character and how he perceives power dynamics specifically. And also
he adopted Page One and Ulti. Like, he's like, he acted as their father, basically. I mean, he's not a good father, 100% not a good father. We've seen that with Yamato, but like, there are some acts of like goodness that he has done, which is interesting to kind of have that deep down in his character when he has such a front of villainy and like sort of just abrasiveness. And like, think about it, he saved King and gave him a purpose also. Like, there are aspects to Kaido
I wonder,
are deeper.
I feel like maybe he just got like phased over time, but like it feels like there is like a very clear character arc with Kaido that we just haven't seen all the pictures of yet. I don't know if we will ever. I hope we do, but
I mean, we might see it in like a betrayal at God Valley.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, we see the Marines pull up to the island, damn it, the Navy, and then Whitebeard says, "That was fast. Did someone leak our plans?" Kyo is a Marine inside agent, bro.
I'll throw another one at you. This is just like the first steps to Ochoku being a warlord.
Oh, facts. I mean, it could.
I feel like both can happen. Both can happen. They're both not at God Valley. They could both coincide. But
honestly, they could be.
I think those two are the biggest suspects.
Ochoku. I mean,
they could. Yeah.
I think this plays so well. I really love our idea of Ochoku betraying Rox, then Blackbeard.
Yeah.
Rox's son goes and takes Pirate Island from Ochoku, and now Caribou is potentially feigning his love for Blackbeard to go and get back for his dad. If Caribou is Ochoku's son,
I really like. I mean, the way I see Caribou, in my head, he's like time and time again, whether he likes it or not, he's been helping the Straw Hats.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I feel like in a weird way, it's gonna happen again. History will repeat itself, and he will help Luffy, and Blackbeard will fall for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I think Kyo and Ochoku are the biggest suspicions here.
Yeah.
I'm leaning more to Ochoku, just because the Kyo Shiki dynamic is just too funny to me.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of a Sanji Zoro kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
But Ochoku, man, that guy is sus as hell. Holy shit. Just from the get-go, he is sus.
So yeah, we get some hype scaling, we get some off-screen stats in a mere 2 years since their formation. 16 documented raids, 76 sunken ships, 14 ports reduced to ash, and 5 towns wiped off the map, and 1 nation brought to ruin. I wonder if there's any actual relevance to those stats, or if it's just Oda being they were fucking crazy.
The 1 nation brought to ruin is really interesting. I feel that maybe there's something there. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I have no idea. I'm trying to think of X nations, maybe
Germa, but no, they wouldn't be Germa.
No, not like that. I'm trying to think of you know how Jaya became or not Jaya, Mocktown, how it became a pirate thing. Is there an island that has a history of royalty, but then became something like Mocktown or something? I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I wonder if there is something relevant there, but I can't think of it right now.
Oda's dropping that there's articles of international law. It's what is Article 18 of international law? How did they violate it 3 times? And and the 25 criminal records quietly erased. So there were 25 members of the Rock Pirates. That's what I'm seeing here. Is that in total, even the ones that haven't been named yet, even what
does that mean? 25 criminal records quietly erased. Does that mean
all of this, all of the stats that Oda's giving right now, all of that was quietly erased because Rox was thrown away. He was erased.
Oh, gotcha.
So the Rox Pirates, all of them had 25 criminal records. So there's 25 members of the Rox.
Oh, that's a good catch. I think you might be right.
I'm pretty sure that they're it's gonna be the Roger Pirates, where there's just a bunch of random bums that we don't care about, but
randos, yeah.
Yeah, but thinking about it, that's
we can we can name 10. There's 10 name important characters off the bat. At least there's probably more. We still haven't seen Gil Bastar and the guy with the guy with the claws,
the claw guy. But I feel like claw guy is one of those random nameless guys who don't matter.
Yeah, you're gonna say that, and the next chapter is gonna be chapter 1158, claw guy, and it's just gonna be about claw guy.
Yeah, facts. But yeah, there are 25 members we've seen. I don't know, maybe 12 of them so far. So there's at least 13 guys who we haven't seen yet that may or may not be important, but I'm leaning towards we've seen, like, we already got the big ass spread with all of them. I think all the important ones have already been revealed, but there may be one or two more important ones that haven't yet.
There are 15 of them like that are named right now.
Oh, so there are 10 ones that aren't named.
Yeah.
That's valid. I think there are definitely 10 like kind of no names
randos,
Rocks Pirates. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, they could just be the ones that ended up being the soldier zombies, you know?
Yeah, true.
Just the fodder that got owned by fucking Bogard on God Valley.
I'm trying to, dude. I kind of want to see like Captain John like attack. I want to like see you like what, because like look at him like standing right next to rocks. Like this is giving like first mate like energy. You know what I mean? Like
you think?
Or like close to first mate. I mean, I think Whitebeard is probably like at least power wise first mate, but like it's the way he's standing next to rocks. Like that's so cool.
Yeah, Captain Johnny's got some aura about him. He's got, and I mean, he was a captain. He
was a captain.
He wasn't a member of a crew that got Davy backed. Like Rocks was like, I'm taking your captain.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I'm calling it right now. He has like a raw fight on God Valley, like a raw fight, dude. Like,
I mean, he had a treasure. He had a cool ass treasure.
He had a treasure. Yeah.
I mean, we see Rocks here, one-shotting a ship with his like advanced conquerors hockey. Like this guy was OP, bro. And like, along with the narrator saying that it would not be an overstatement to refer to this period as the era of Rocks. Oh, so fire.
Like canonically top one at his time.
Yeah, at this time. Like the era of Rocks, the era of Roger, the era of Whitebeard. That's the just all goats. The eras have been named after them. Okay, and then next we get the scene which is starting to further the disillusionment of Harald to the world government. We pull up to Enishi. It is a unaffiliated nation with the world government, and they were a part of the fleet that delivered food to Elbaf when they were in a time of need.
Right,
so Harald,
right. Okay, gotcha.
So I think the context of the scene is that the world government is like doing something to them for not being a member nation. They're like trying to extract the tribute or something. Like you see here, there's these like people that are tied up, and then there's a Cypherpole agent who's doing it.
Yeah, I mean this is just like we kind of knew the world government does stuff like this. That's why Whitebeard was protecting so many nations. Like he put his flag down because he didn't want the world government to touch them because they couldn't pay tribute. And that's what causes people to do piracy and stuff. Like the world is messed up, man.
So I think like Harald said, we'll be an extension of you we'll repay you with our might. If you ever need us, call us and we'll help. So I think this is what happened. Like this nation called Elbaf and said, hey, we need help. We're getting attacked. But the attackers are Cypherpole and the world government. And so Harald's like, what the hell? This is not right. You can't just do whatever you want. And then he destroys this world government ship, which I wish we saw it. I wish it wasn't off screen. I wish we see Harald just cut this ship in half. Like that would be so awesome. Like I hope that when this scene gets animated, I hope they show him absolutely wrecking the ship.
We see it,
because he's the size of the ship.
I could see him
like that would be so raw. He's jumping into the ocean. Oh my god, like that. I really wish that was cool. That was shown, but just the fact that it happened is still cool.
This guy is important, like this CP0 or CP whatever Cypherpole guy.
He was kind of drawn with some detail here in this panel, but
right? But that's what I was thinking. So. That's what I was thinking.
He's probably dead. He's probably dead. So Elbaf is being considered to become a member nation right now, but this story where freaking Morgan's, or maybe Morgan's like predecessor,
we don't know the timing yet.
Like whoever is running
Morgan's would be really old if he was doing it right now. Well, I don't think he's that old. He doesn't read like that old.
This isn't that long.
Well, I mean, just think about. Well, just think about. I'm just thinking about like how I see Rayleigh and Gabon, how they're like
he would be like there.
I don't see Morgan's like
Yeah, that's true. So it's probably Morgan's predecessor that ran this story, that Harald was exposed. Which I don't think that really means much. It's just like there was someone who ran the press before Morgan's, like, duh. But
yeah, true.
but the World Economic Journal has existed for at least this long, so an innocent battleship was sunk, but it doesn't seem like it was a battleship. It seems like it was like a Cypherpole ship. Like, it had the world government logo, and the battleships have the Marine logo. So like, yeah, it's fake news basically.
It's fake news. Yeah.
Fake news. So yeah, Harald, he's fed up as hell. He shaves his head.
I mean, I think it's similar to like that's like a monk thing to do. Like I know like in a lot of East Asian cultures, like if like you ever like shame your family or like your team or whatever, you shave your head. And I think that's like, I think they even like Rock says it, like, is that a cultural thing you got from somewhere? I wonder if he got it from like Wano or something. Like
like he cut off his
I'm gonna shave my head. Yeah, exactly.
But it's so funny that Rox is just here again. Like, it's like one of the many times he tried to recruit Harald. He's always stopping at
I love it. Yeah. I love that. So I mean, they're just like friends. Like, I wonder if
Hachinosu is like close to Elbaf, because like he's making this trip a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't know where it is. We don't know where Hachinosu is.
We don't. And honestly, with Augur's fruit, it makes it a little bit more confusing. But like, I'm just trying to think of like treks that we've like we know happened. Like, we know like Augur went to Whole Cake Island with Kuzan at some point, and now he's back. And like they're like, there's probably a way to like figure out like timeline wise. But
Devin went to Egghead on a ship from Hachinosu, so. It's like that has
true.
That's a trek. So it's like probably close to the end of the New World, or like to the area where we are now.
Yeah.
Like, so I think it is probably close to Elbaf. It's probably one of the closer islands to Elbaf. So Rox is just like, hey, it's a free day. We're not doing anything. Let's go visit Harald. Let's go try to get him again.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I love that. I love how like they are just like kind of friends. Like,
yeah. They're just chatting, and
I love how they mention Garp too. Like,
and I like how Rox knows Garp well enough to know that Garp hates the top brass, and even says that he'd be better off as a pirate. Like Garp is a D. Garp is a D. I mean, Rox probably senses that spirit in him.
And again, like we know Garp. We know Garp's relationship with Roger, like how they have that rivalry, but like we haven't seen Garp and Rox yet, and I'm really curious to see how they play around.
But I think it's cool to see Harald's perspective on this. Like, he sees the Marines as something that is good. That's something that he thinks should exist. But he doesn't know the extent of it. He doesn't know what they protect. He doesn't know how awful the Celestial Dragons are. Well, I mean, I guess he kind of does, because like he went to Marijois and he saw that, and Rox told him that he would become a slave, but like maybe he kind of brushed it off. I don't know. He still wants to be a part of the world government.
I mean, I think he holds a very similar position to like Garp, right? I mean, like where he understands there are like problems. There's a reason why Garp never became an admiral. It's because he doesn't fuck with them like that. And I think like Harald holds like a similar position in his head, where like he knows the Marines by principle should be a good thing. I mean, it's an argument for police in general in our world. It's like, you know, like by principle these things should be good and protect the people, but there are ways to make it corrupt. There are ways where the government gets involved and like it becomes something else. And
he's like, hey, there's even giants in the Marines, man. Like we could really make a difference with our might, which is what he tried to do. He tried to make a difference with his might. He tried to save those people, innocent people that were getting captured. But look at what happens when he tries to do something good. He gets ostracized.
But I will say, with Harald shaving his head now, I think we're inching very close to the change or whatever is about to happen.
Like, he looks like he did in the photo now.
Yeah,
except he hasn't ripped his horns out. That's the last
Hasn't ripped his horns out, and he probably still smiles.
Yeah. He doesn't look as like he looks frustrated here, but he doesn't look completely jaded like he did in the photo.
Yeah. And,
oh man, poor Harald, man.
Honestly,
it might be.
I'm looking. I mean, I know that's what I'm thinking too. I'm looking at Ida and what Ida's saying. Like, I wish I could. If Harald was my son, I tell him, you choose your friends wisely. And I suspect became friends with the wrong person. Emu, probably.
Yeah. Oh man, poor Harald. He's such a goat. And he goes down in such a terrible way. Like every single chapter, we get further and further into it, and then I think of the first chapter of this flashback, and we see him getting impaled by hella people, and you're like, yeah, he was the goat. He goes out so sad. And then I really like this scene of the three. It's like the Sanin of the Marines.
Yeah,
we get Garp, Sengoku, and Tsuru talking to Kong. Yeah, just the goats of the Marines back here. It is interesting that Garp says something along the lines of, he says, that's exactly the kind of strength I'm after, referring to Harald. So is this referring to something deeper than just he wants strong people to join the Marines? Or is this some sort of like sword type business, you know what I mean? Like he's after the strength to go against the world government in some way. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I kind of read it like, you know, because they're talking about rocks, and you know how like Suru says there's a rumor he's being scouted by rocks. If that's true, the Navy might not be able to stand against them. And then Garp's like, you know, let's stop beating around the bush. If they're with us, then we'll be stronger than all the pirates. Like, I mean, I can see it go like a couple different ways. Like, it's hard to read Garp, especially in the sense that he's Luffy's grandfather, as like a schemer or a plotter like that. But you know, I don't know. I don't know what he means really right now.
Honestly, yeah, I don't know. But I'll wait for the official translation, because it could be something different. But like, he specifically says like that's the kind of strength I'm after, not like the Marines are after. It's like I am after this type of strength for some reason, is like the way I'm reading that line. And it's like something that these four have talked about before. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. This group is like really interesting to me, because obviously we see them like throughout the story, but Kong, man, he's got like some serious explaining to do, because not only is he like being a desk warrior right now from the get-go, he's also like he mentions that like if it were up to me, it wouldn't be an issue. Like he's like, from being admiral, he like says like, you know, there are forces above me that force my hand to like not play these cards, right? And now he's like commander-in-chief, and like it really, like, it's like he's really stuck in the system. Like he's like he's like such a cog in the system. It's like wild.
He says it right there. He says we're stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. Like he's evident. Like he's verbalizing how stuck he is, and even at the top of the Marines, he can't do anything. But I think that works, because it just goes to show that the Marines are just a weapon for the world government. Like, they can't do anything for real. They are only being used.
But yeah, I hope we get to see more admirals. Like I want to see like you know
the one that Rox killed.
I don't know if we'll ever see that guy.
I mean,
that guy's gonna be shown in SBS. Like that's what's gonna happen.
Like, and it's interesting, because like that like Rox's name carries that weight with these people. It's like, this is a guy who killed an admiral. Like when Suru says like there's rumors that Harald's being scouted by Rox, like Kong is sweating because he's like, dude, that guy killed my fellow admiral. Like who's a guy who's as strong as me, he was killed.
I better not leave my desk or I'm finished.
I'm cooked.
He's literally doing that.
Cooked. Like he's sweating, he's gasping, he's like, Rox, no, not that guy.
Admiral fans are down right now, man. Admiral fans are like tweaking.
I wonder who's the fleet admiral right now. Like I wonder if that guy matters at all. But there's someone right now who's fleet admiral that we have no idea who it is.
I feel like we should see the Fleet Admiral during like God Valley, right? I feel like that's a big enough event.
Garp's the one who did it. Garp's the one who. And
yeah, honestly, I know. I mean,
honestly,
like,
now we'll get into it later. But I have a feeling that based on things that we know now, God Valley did not start as something that would be taken seriously by the Marines.
Sure. Yeah, I see what you mean. You mean.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a bit,
we'll get to that.
Yeah.
That might be exactly next. It is exactly next. That is exactly what we're talking about next.
Yeah.
So yeah, Shakky steps down as Empress, which is, her tenure was short. Like, it was at most 2 years as Empress.
Yeah. Which I'll get to more points in a bit, but I will say, just before we continue moving on, last chapter, and I don't blame you for saying this, I completely agreed with you. It felt like the plot of the Kuja pirates seemed kind of like butt in and like whatever. But this is like a direct part 2 to that. Like, we needed last chapter for this to make more sense.
Yeah. So yeah, Shakky quits the Kuja pirate. She leaves Tritoma as the Empress. And I think this, we're going into more Tritoma as Luffy's mom territory. Shakky, she's the one who decides that Tritoma would be the next Empress.
Sure.
She's given like some level of like trust to her, right? Like, she trusts her to lead the pirates after she's gone, right?
Sure.
I think I was reading back today the chapters of when the Straw Hats are in Shakky's bar, and just like with the knowledge in my head that Shakky was close with Tritoma, the way that she's talking to Luffy is so like she knows. Like, it feels like she knows. Dude. Like, she's so like immediately like enamored with him. Like, she thinks he's so cute. She's like, oh, I'm taking a liking to you already. I wonder if that's what she called Dragon. I wonder if she called Dragon Monkey Chan. You think?
Yeah. Okay. I have a lot to say about the Shakky stuff, but we'll get through the chapter at the very end. I'll talk about
that's the entire aside with Tritoma, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, I will say that it's also it's consistent with Shakky's character that she admires a man who is very like sure of himself and like and not
really?
not very proud, you know what I mean? Like proud in a like deadly sin type of way, you know what I mean? Like there's a line that I read of when Shakky was like, I read about your stunt with Eni's Lobby declaring war on the world government. Tell me more about that. And then Luffy was like, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to. Like, I don't like talking about that. And then Shakky was like, wow, what a big man you are. Like, not wanting to brag about this insane thing that he's doing. So it's like, it's a cool, like, consistent character trait that like Rayleigh being more reserved than the rest of his crew, and she also likes that about Luffy. Like, I don't know, I'm just saying, like, it's a cool consistent character trait.
Right.
She likes what she likes.
Okay, so I mean, I really like the reaction to everyone Hachinosu. The guy who was like, I became a pirate so I could see her. That's like so funny. That's really funny.
We've wasted our youth. That's crazy. Like, they're in shambles. Like, every single pirate, like, they're calling out. They're like, guys, you gotta hear this news. Oh my god. So this is 42 years ago. This is 2 years after the Rocks Pirates formed. So I assume Gloriosa she's here now. So I assume that for some reason she joined. We don't see the reason for why she joined. I want to
clarify also, like, I said it last video and I don't know what I was on. I think I was like on some other train. Gloriosa is lovesick for Roger. It doesn't really read any other way. I was tweaking. I think that's just the case.
So I wonder why Gloriosa joined the Rocks Pirates. Like did they Navy backfight her? I don't know.
The way they talk about it, it seems like she left on her own accord. Like, it's very much read as a betrayal. Gloriosa like leaves her post. like, and then like she has to be pardoned back into the kingdom, like during Tritoma's time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think she was Davy back. I mean, maybe, but like it seems very much that she left on her own accord and joined the Rocks Pirates.
Yeah.
And I think presumably to chase after Roger at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the interaction between Big Mom, we talked about it briefly. Obviously, the kids are there. I have two questions that I'm a little confused about, and maybe it is like there is like evidence to suggest what's happening here, but I'm just like not too sure what's up. Does Whole Cake Island exists, right? Like, because we see the Brûlée flashback. Like, what's going on? I'm so confused on like the timeline with that.
Does Perospero get like put in a position of power like so early in his life?
That was my second question. Like, where is Perospero?
Well, I mean,
that was my second question.
I think Perospero might be holding it down. Like, he might be like, wait, can you look up how old Perospero is compared to Big Mom?
Sure. Yeah, I got you. This is 42 years ago.
This is 42 years ago.
He's 50 right now.
So he's 8 right now.
Is he just... is he like just locked in? Like, it's just about that. Yeah.
I mean,
it's not impossible for One Piece. Like, I feel like, it's not out of the question, but that is like really funny.
It could also be not Toto Land yet. Like, it could just be Whole Cake Island. It could just be an island with a bunch of homies on it. Like, it doesn't have to be like a thriving nation at this point in time.
Sure. Yeah. I'm just wait, let me just look up Brûlée, her age.
Like this looks like from what we see, like the triplets here, they look like they're like 3 years old. Like, they look like they're super young. Wait, could you look up also how old like Katakuri Oven and Daifuku are here?
They're very close, right? They're like, are they triplets?
They're triplets, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. What? Katakuri's 48 years old. Wait, how old is? Oh, 42 years ago. I was tweaking. Holy crap.
So there's 6 here. There's 6.
6, yeah.
So and the Brûlée flashback, it seems like Katakuri might be like 12 or 13 or something,
Yeah, so Brûlée is 43 years old.
So Brûlée is born.
Yeah.
And is only 1 right now.
1 year old.
Here.
She was the latest child. She just got out.
So Brûlée's alive. Fucking
is
Smoothie alive?
I think so. I think Smoothie's older.
Okay. I'll flash a picture of the Charlotte family so we can see who's alive and who's not.
What you're talking about. Yeah.
But
I mean, like, at this point, there's probably only a handful of them. But yeah. Okay, look, this is gonna hint to my theory later. So Gloriosa question. There's an aside, a very specific aside. Gloriosa's like, I can't imagine her getting lovesick.
Mm-hmm.
So like, she's really confused as to why Shakky would do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a pin on my theory for later, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's funny that we get more of the Whitebeard Stussy or Miss Buckin, I should say.
Yeah.
Dynamic and more of why I don't think
Weevil is totally a clone. Weevil is totally 100% a clone.
Oh, 1,000,000%. Weevil is totally a clone, and Whitebeard is gay. So let's just get that out of the way.
He's not. He has hard eyes for Shakky.
Fuck, dude. This chapter changes so much. I didn't even realize, dude. Whitebeard is not gay. Wait, no. This doesn't change anything, because we learn in Hancock's time. And no, even during the last chapter, women have hard eyes for
that's true.
Kuja too.
Yeah.
So it actually doesn't change anything. Whitebeard can still be gay, but
appreciate
these women
beauty.
Are so beautiful that they transcend gender and sexuality.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So immediately the Kuja pirates arrive to Hachinosu, and this is a historical event, like the arrival of the world's most beautiful idol. In beauty scaling, Shakky is top one. This confirms it. This 100%. There's no debate.
Yeah.
Shakky is top one beauty scaling.
Yeah.
We're seeing like insane feats right now.
Like Shakky with Hancock fruit, it's over with. Solos everyone.
It's over.
Except Mamanga.
I think so. except Rayleigh and Mamanga. Yeah, Mamanga is,
and probably Luffy.
Mamanga is the GOAT.
Actually, definitely
and probably
Luffy. And Luffy.
Yes or no, is Dragon gonna have like a reaction? Like, would Dragon get hard eyes?
Dude, I don't know, because Dragon's so serious, man. He's so serious.
Like, before this chapter, I would have even been like, oh yeah, Whitebeard wouldn't get hard eyes. But I mean, like, you see Whitebeard with hard eyes.
I've never seen Dragon so much as smile. He's been stern this whole series.
It's true. That's true.
I think he probably would. I think Garp would.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Garp would. I feel like Garp is like kind of silly. Okay, so then they asked, like, wait, are you joining the Rock's crew like Gloriosa? No. I just want to live here for a while.
Yeah.
In that. Okay, quitting won't matter, whatever. They'll always be after me since I'm a pirate. So I'm just gonna hide out here for a while with all you, and you'll protect me, and then Then the Rocks pirates come across them, and we see Shacky's rip-off bar exists right now, right here.
Yep, it's a chain. I wonder if this location still exists on Hachinosu.
That would be interesting. That would be really interesting.
Blown up by Garp's galaxy impact and got destroyed and reduced to rubble.
Yeah, true.
Or if it was a part of the Rocky Port incident in some way. I don't know.
Yeah, Shacky's a part of every... Okay, so before we move on to the last section of the chapter, obviously the big reveal that I think a lot more people are going to talk about in the next 2 weeks, I think, is the inhabitants of Hachinosu came to covet her as a treasure and an irreplaceable crown jewel.
Yes, she's the crown jewel of Hachinosu.
Treasure. She is 100% the crown jewel of Hachinosu. Which was stolen. Yes, I think this is like a bigger twist than people are realizing, because like it's just a lot of interesting things to tie together now. And maybe I'm overblowing it, but like, let's just go the full extent that it is like a crazy thing, right? She was stolen from Hachinosu by the Celestial Dragons, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna say my thoughts out loud, because like it just seems a little interesting to me. We know current time, the Kuja were persecuted by the Celestial Dragons. That's why the Gorgon sisters were taken off a ship, like it happened, right? There is a history now of the Celestial Dragons chasing after the Kuja. If Shakky was taken, and she's strong, she's like super strong, right? She's in Hachinosu too. Like, it's not an easy place. Like, to get Shakky, like, who are you sending to get Shakky? First of all, like it's got to be like some crazy person. This is why I kind of believe it's bigger than just like a simple ploy. The fact that Shakky got to Hachinosu and she has like, a home to call it. She's not with the Rocks Pirates. And I want to throw in just to have this as well. Previously, in an SBS, I'll send it to you later. Maybe we can flash it on screen. Oda has said that there is like something interesting between Rocks and Shakky for some reason.
What the
People
hell?
thought that meant that Shakky was... Look it up. People thought that meant Shakky was in the Rocks crew, but we know that's not the case now. And I think the SBS says something like, is there something between Rocks and... Someone made the link or something, and then like Oda was like, oh, I don't know, or something like that. Like he like jokes about it or something like that. But there is something interesting here, because Shakky getting stolen by the Celestial Dragons causes the Rocks Pirates to go invade God Valley. I wonder if this was a little orchestrated. It just feels a little strange that, like, all these things line up so well. And like I said, Like, who you got to be sending like your top brass to come after Shakky for this, and it can't be as simple as like she's another prize for. God, like maybe she's like the top biggest prize ever.
I don't
but
think
like
so. I don't think so because they don't show it off in the hunting games at all.
They don't show it off. They don't show it off.
I think the way you were talking about it, the fact that Shakky was stolen, the fact that Boa and like the Boa sisters were stolen by the world government. What if this is like a like an emu like Orochimaru finding next vessel situation?
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I mean, I agree that there's just something there. I don't know exactly what it is, but it just feels like look, whether or not she was aware of it, Shakky moving to Hachinosu and getting stolen by the Celestial Dragons changes the world. Like there is like God Valley is the biggest incident of the relatively modern era, right? Like there hasn't been something since until maybe the death of Whitebeard, like until Marineford. Like that is the biggest incident, and like the Celestial Dragons are involved, the Marines are involved, the Roger pirates are involved, or the Rocks pirates are involved, and there are factors there, like, and like obviously like presumably what happened to Lelouch happened to God Valley too. Like something bad happened because God Valley doesn't exist anymore. Like we don't know the full extent of what it is, but something happens, and Shakky is at the center of it all. Like suddenly she is the most important character in the Rocks era. Like suddenly that happened. And what really interests me is like the fact that it's called the Legendary Bar. And maybe I'm reading into this, but bars in One Piece, alcohol in One Piece, it means something. Like the bar is where Luffy ate the Gomu Gomu no Mi. The bar is like Luffy's first perception of the red hair pirates. We know about Bink Sake. We know about like all these things like that. These bar times, like Bink Sake is a bar time song. It's pirates laughing together at a bar, and you know, here Shakky is going to like the heart of piracy. Hachinosu is Pirate Island. A legendary bar in a pirate island? Come on. Like there has to be something there, right? Like it can't just be like a coincidence. I feel like the fact that the chapter is called that too. And then, you know, Shakky's ripoff bar, we obviously get like a variation of it in Sabaody, right? Yeah, I wonder if there's more to that too, and maybe that's because like the reason I bring that up is because we don't see anyone in that bar ever. Like it's like basically a closed off bar. Like I wonder if there's something relevant that ties in that to this. The fact that she becomes like a bar owner and a bartender, where like people get together and they have fun, and you know like. Ties into like the Artur like party theory and idea as well, but you know, I just wonder if there's more that Shakky's hiding that we don't really understand yet, that she is aware of something I think that we don't know yet.
The fact that her reign as Empress was so short is a little like suspicious too. Like she left
feels like something was intentionally done, like some decision she made.
I think maybe she knew that she was being targeted by the world government, and so she went to the place where it would be the hardest to steal her from, the place where there are a million strong pirates that would swarm if they came, if someone came to steal her. And
this is true. There could be an argument that like she did it to protect the Kuja like warriors by like
I think
you know she like
to protect the Kuja and also herself.
Yeah. So this is kind of shifting gears a little bit, and this is kind of it becomes a Tritoma theory again. Like I think it's also, so you said that that Tritoma was like, you know, selected by Shakky, and you know, I'm sure like she might have had like some influence, but interestingly enough, like Gloriosa actually explains the Empress procedure in Amazon Lily, I think, where she says like she just says like the strongest, it becomes the empress. The strongest and most beautiful women become the empress. Like that's just like that's just what it is. There's no monarchy. Like Hancock is not related to Shakky, and neither was Tritoma. Like I think that is just like what it is. It's just like the strongest and most beautiful woman, that which also begs the question, like how strong was Tritoma now if she was the empress? Sense. But what's interesting is like let's just play the cards, right? Let's just play all these like cards as they are. Shakky gets caught by the celestial dragon, causes the biggest event in pre-modern One Piece history, and then the Kuja probably have like a huge mark on them now because like they caused this huge event basically. And now we know in the modern times, Gloriosa is so insistent that Hancock keeps her title as warlord because it protects them from the world government. That means there is a period between when Hancock was a warlord and when Shakky caused God Valley where they were probably constantly hunted down by the world government, probably. And Tritoma was the empress during that time. Yeah.
She probably fended off a lot. She was probably very powerful, probably fended off a lot. And I mean, this would be something that like maybe Revolutionary would have to step into, you know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was getting to. Like, this is a prime example of like a land that is being constantly oppressed by the government. The freedom fighters are right there. I don't know how exactly they probably work together, or because my theory implies that Luffy is the son of them both, so they have to have met, but I don't know what the context would be. But let's just say it happens, right? And now we consider Tritoma's responsibility as the queen of this nation, and she's struggling to keep it all together or whatever, right? The way that the Kuja talk about like giving birth to children is like every now and then they leave the island, they meet someone, and then they give birth, and it's said to only be daughters. Like the only women are born on
the island. It's only women exactly. Are born. So I presume that they could give birth to a male if they don't on do a ship it on the island. And we know she dies of love sickness. So Dragon unfortunately is not a part of like Dragon's gone. He's gone at this point. And the only way to pursue or like get healed from love sickness is that you have to pursue your love. So Tritoma does not pursue her love. She dies of love sickness. That means she stays at Amazon Lily, probably trying to protect it from the world government because they're probably being hunted down like 24/7. And now she has a baby boy. Like, if I were her, I'd probably send my son out too. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's probably the most like hunted place on the earth at this point. Like they're after God Valley, pre-Warlord. I think Shakky doing this is indirectly stocks for Tritoma needing to send Luffy out to the East Blue. And they're on the also, a thing I didn't mention last chapter is like Amazon Lily is on the comm belt. They could just sail up. And then they're in the East Blue, I'm pretty sure, right? Or maybe I'm tweaking. Yes.
Am I wrong?
Yes,
I don't know. Maybe
yes, you're right.
It is. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Amazon Lily is in the calm belt. Dragon presumably has wind powers. He can sail through the the calm belt. Like he can go there. Like he can he's able to go there with his ships. Like he's like potentially in this hypothetical where they're getting hunted by the world government. Like the Revolutionary Army are the like other than the Marines with like their powered ships, but I don't even know if they have them yet because Vegapunk isn't working for them yet. I don't think. But let's say that the Marines and the Kuja are the only ones who have ships that are able to sail through the calm belt through various means. The Revolutionary Army with the wind, like the winds of change at the back of their sails, they're the only ones who can make it there. They're the only ones who can make it there.
And Dragon, Mamanga could handle the calm belt. I'm sure Dragon can handle it too. Like I think they're good.
Wait, I'm gonna look at the God Valley flashback chapter just to cross-reference.
I was looking for it earlier. I just couldn't remember what chapter number it was.
1096. I've looked at this specific chapter so many times.
We'll probably be looking at it a couple times. Oh, dude, I wonder if like the earlier Cypher Pole stuff, like Where, oh no, never mind. I guess these are all inhabitant. No, that's not true. Kuma was an inhabitant. I wonder if like Cyberpole was like getting like people from like Inishi Island to like participate in God Valley, like as the rabbits.
Oh, facts. Okay, so they were definitely baiting rocks, but they just didn't expect Roger to also show up. Like they were definitely baiting rocks by taking Shakky.
Yeah, and then Roger's like, I love Shakky.
Yes.
That's like what it is, right? Like,
yeah. Like literally, it says, the Rocks pirates have already set sail. We've got to, and then, and they say this is going to shake the pirate world to its core.
Yeah.
It looks like Whitebeard is a little bit more locked in than the rest of them. Like Whitebeard's like, don't just go rush ahead. So maybe there's like an ulterior motive more than just Shakky that we'll see there. But but I think it's funny that Lin says it'll all be mine, and then Kaido says it would be pointless in your hands. So maybe Kaido's saying like, why do you want her? Lin is the straightest woman ever. You can't do anything with them, says Kaido.
Her whole thing is making kids. Like,
I mean, she's probably pregnant right now, to be honest. With like,
she probably is.
Wait, which is crazy.
Yeah, so
because she was drinking in this chapter. Damn, these babies got fetal alcohol syndrome, man.
Yeah, they all got fetal alcohol.
Some of them look like it, man. Like Charlotte Opera. Man. Oh man.
You think some of those babies are messed up, dude?
Yeah.
I was about to say though, but like it seems like a lot of pirates are appearing. It's not just Roger and Rocks. Like a lot of pirates are here. They're all here for Shakky.
Yeah, like the pirates. Here? Well, I mean, the pirates of Hachinosu are not just the Rocks pirates.
That's true.
There's like a million pirates that just live there. Like even in 1096, they say the Rocks pirates have already left. They beat us to it. So like there are assumedly every pirate on Hachinosu loves Shakky and wants to get her back, but the Rocks pirates are just the first ones to have left.
Right.
So I think the storyline here is there might be a ulterior motive for the Celestial Dragons or the world government or Emu or whatever to want Shakky specifically, but I think no matter what, Rocks was getting baited because Kong says like, hey, Rocks is gonna be there. They messed with Hachinosu to get Rocks, but they didn't expect Roger to also be there, and that's why God Valley turned into such a fucked up battle royale.
Wait, now I ask another question. If Rocks wants to get Shakky and Roger wants to get Shakky, why do they fight? You know? Because I feel like, if anything, like in theory, if you didn't know about God Valley before and you knew that they were both getting Shakky, they would team up, if anything, right? Like what the hell is?
I mean, with Whitebeard saying don't lose sight of the focus, or like don't lose sight of the goal, I think that might be foreshadowing like Rocks does lose sight of the goal, and then for some reason he fights Roger, or for some reason there's got to be something else that happens on God Valley that we don't know about yet, like some flavor, some twist, some context that we just don't know.
Propose something? Can I propose something? I think this will make it run full circle. I'm not saying he's here. Might be. I'm not saying he's here. But what if the thing that makes Rocks lose focus of what's important is Harald related?
Ooh,
I don't know if he would be here right now, but like maybe he hears about the deal between Harald and the government or something. And then he's like, don't mess with my boy Harald. Maybe something's there.
Okay, because we still haven't talked about the last two panels of 1157.
Yeah. I feel like that might link it all together.
Like, this is an order straight from Emu.
Right. Elbaf will be admitted into the world government if he kills Orox.
Yeah.
Obviously, Elbaf is not a part of the world government.
Yeah.
So we know he does not kill Orox.
Yeah.
But
and I mean, and Rox is alive at God Valley.
Yeah.
And
we also know. Well, we know Harold's fate. We know what Harold's fate is.
Yeah, which is way after God Valley happens.
Yeah.
I don't know about way after. I don't know about the timeline, but Loki looks like
it
he's
is because Shanks is Shanks is older. Shanks is older. It's pretty like. Isn't Shanks
facts.
like around like
it's like
Shanks
probably like 20 years, like probably 20 years after God Valley.
Rox, I don't think Harold would ever want to kill Rox.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to. I think they're friends.
And the other option that, obviously Elbaf is not a part of the world government, but like some deal is struck. Maybe even to preserve Rox. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like
True. Harold says, no, there's no way I'll ever do this. And then Emu appears to him and says, there's another way. And then there's where the deal is struck.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and what if there's like fucking evil demon fine print where it's like, instead of saying like Elbaf is a member of the world government, it's like Elbaf belongs to the world government. And that ties into like my theory before about how Emu's able to reverse the giants. And that like Harold unknowingly sells Elbaf to the dominion of Emu and his contracts.
It seems like Emu doesn't have all the conditions met yet. Like, well, it seems like Emu needs like.
I think it might be slipping now because it's been so long since Harold died. And so Emu needs to reestablish a king of Elbaf to keep the contract going. I think that was my line of thought.
Right.
Like for those who haven't seen our whatever video it was, I think it was like 1151 maybe. I think 1150 or 11 whichever chapter Emu used Domi Reversi for the first time. That whichever video, you can go and watch that back to see our deeper thoughts on this. But basically my theory was the limit of Emu's power of these devil contracts is tied to the kings and their dominion over a nation and its people. So let's say if Harold was to sell Elbaf to Emu, the people who followed Harold as a king would be able to be reversed and controlled unwillingly by Emu. Say Brogy and Dory, they didn't agree to this contract. Emu was just like, fuck it, you're a demon now, and they had no say in it. That doesn't seem like a contract. That just seems like a spell or something that was cast upon them. But and Emu also told Dory and Brogy that they should be the new kings of Elbaf, seemingly implying that there is some desire for Emu to keep a monarchy of rule in this country. My thought is that there was a contract struck by Harold and Emu where Emu either it was willing, probably unwilling, knowing Harold now, but there was like some fine print, some clause that Harold didn't fully understand, which gave Elbaf and all of its people to Emu. And I think this sets it up perfectly, where Harold is told to kill Rox to join the world government, to become
I was just
country.
thinking,
and then he says, no, I don't want to do it. Emu appears and says, I have a way to do it. But in that contract, Harold unknowingly sells the souls of his country and the people who follow it to Emu, and that's how he's able to do it with seemingly no restrictions. Use Domi Reversi on the Giants.
So I'm gonna take it like, because I'm not gonna disagree with everything. I'm just gonna like put a little asterisk on like what you're saying a little bit, because in my head I don't. Maybe it is as simple as Emu tricks Harold. That could happen. Sure, fine, fair enough. But if let's just say there were no tricks, it was a very clear deal, right? And like maybe Harold didn't see the repercussions of like the deal. There's a couple of things to consider. I don't think, as much as I think Harald like likes rocks, I don't think Harald's gonna put rocks before his country. Like Harald will definitely like be like, no, I'm not selling my country for rocks. I don't think like he's ever gonna make that deal. But there's a couple of interesting things to take. We know for sure that Harald gets reversied. I think the deal makes more sense if like Harald sold his own autonomy, basically, and once he gets reversied, because Emu has autonomy on the current king of Elbaf, where Emu continues to have, ability to, obviously travel to Elbaf, but also continually maintain authority on like whoever is the leading force. And I bring that up because that the leading force is a factor that can change. And I wonder if the reason the plot line of Haraldine and Loki being the two heirs of the throne is because they don't know who's the leading force now. There are two heirs, and they both have arguments to suggest one is the older son.
Wait, locked in. What if the clause is for Emu to have control over the king of Elbaf? Just that's it, the king of Elbaf. For now, that's Harald.
Oh, that would work.
But later, it's not specific. It could be anyone who ends up being the king of Elbaf. And then Haraldine, does he want to be the king of Elbaf? No, he wants to be the king of all giants. Ooh, that's how he can break it. He unites all of the giant races, or all the giant tribes.
Whoa, dude, I just had a crazy brain blast again. I don't know the fate of Elbaf in this arc, but let's say Ragnarok happens, right? And Elbaf is destroyed, right?
Then there is no king of Elbaf.
Well, there's no king of Elbaf. There's no Elbaf. The Elbaf is the giants, the people, and we know that there are giants in the South Blue. What if they migrate back to the original land?
True. And then the contract would be broken.
The contract would be broken. Yeah.
Yeah. If Emu has control over the king of Elbaf and his subjects, then if there is no king of Elbaf, then the contract's broken.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm, for one, really, really liking this arc, and I don't know if it's just the effect of this being the first arc that I'm like reading weekly and like really caught up with the fandom and getting into the nitty gritty with it, but I'm really liking this arc. It's like, especially with this flashback, it's been so good.
Oh my god, the payoffs have been like crazy. Like every chapter has just been like fantastic, and this one, like, there's so much to take. Like it's so good. I'm excited to see more. I hope we keep getting more rocks, man.
I mean, we definitely will. It's like Harald and Rocks are like this now. Like this is the Harald flash. Yeah. Dude, what pissed me off a little bit is everyone's like, man, Loki's taking forever to tell this story. The narrator has been telling the story for the last 5 chapters. It's not been Loki.
Dude, I saw a post. Yeah, I saw a post that was like, hey, he was supposed to only have 3 minutes to talk or something. I was like, no, this is not Loki. Loki doesn't know this. Like
the narrator hijacked this shit like 2 pages into Loki telling the story. The narrator's like, all right, let me clue you in on the context of all of this. Like
exactly. Like Loki's story is probably very short, and we'll get back to it at some point. But this is not that.
It's pretty awesome that it's just like starts off with Loki telling a story, then the narrator is like, okay, in order for you to understand this fully, we're gonna need to take it way back. We're gonna tell you about Harald. We're gonna need to tell you about the birth of Loki. We're gonna need to tell you about Rocks because he was like this with Harald, and to understand Harald, you're gonna need to understand Rocks. So let's follow Rocks for a little bit, and to understand Rocks, we're gonna need to get Shakky and the Kuja. And it's like a lot of this stuff that is so intertwined that you need to get all of it at once. So like if we just saw Loki's flashback, it would make no sense to us. Like we need to have all of this context for it.
We wouldn't understand why Loki is the way he is, and we wouldn't understand like how Harald became Harald. Like Harald, Emu, and Rocks are like interlinked. Their stories are connected.
I mean, as soon as that fateful day on the Reverie, they were linked on that day. They were linked on that day.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. LB chapter.
I hope Rox is inside Blackbeard, because I don't want Rox to be dead. He's very cool. And
so honestly,
Rox has to be relevant for some present day thing. Like, has to be. There's no way that there'd be this much time spent on developing Rox as a character and his history if he's not relevant now, present day, in some way. Whether that being he's inside Blackbeard, or if Blackbeard is just fully inheriting his will and carrying out his will. Either of those is fine. But like, I kind of want Blackbeard. I kind of want Rox to be inside Blackbeard. I just think that would be so cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's more to it, and like the inheriting will thing is interesting because, like I said earlier, I said this before, like I see a lot of Luffy in Rox too. It's not as simple as just like Rox is like Blackbeard. Like Rox has an interesting moral compass and like reason to fight the government and fight for people. It seems like that Blackbeard has not shown. But and obviously, I think there's like a Morge video that came out recently about like Blackbeard being, or like Rox being in Blackbeard. I think it's a popular theory, and I was talking to Musty about this too, and he's like fully subscribed to it, and I'm fine with it. I'm like okay with that theory. My only thing is like we just haven't seen, like, if Rox is in Blackbeard, where's Rox? Like I haven't seen Rox
when he sleeps.
Yeah, but like, are we only seeing Blackbeard when Rox is asleep? Like, have we not seen? You know what I mean? Like when is Rox?
Honestly, I think
Is Dreams Never Dies.
That seems kind of Rox like, you know.
Dreams Never Dies. Yeah, that could be Rox.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I just need to see more of like the cool Rox in Blackbeard, because like Blackbeard is like a conniving evil man, like a schemer and a plotter. Like he's, the Whitebeard situation is like evil. Like what he did like is like so evil, and like I think I just need to see more of the Rox evidence before I like fully bought on that theory. Obviously, like Marco saying there's something weird about his body and all that is interesting though.
I think I saw someone say, and this is sort of something that led me to believe it even more, the fact that Blackbeard scarred Shanks. And if we are subscribing to the theory that Shanks was a Holy Knight and at one point had regeneration, how do you scar someone with that Holy Knight regeneration? Using very advanced Conqueror's Haki. What do we see Rox doing? What is his power? Very advanced Conqueror's Haki. Like, imagine a scene where like Shanks, for some reason he's in a situation where he's like, I don't know, sneaking up on Blackbeard or whatever. Like he gets the order from Emu of like, kill this guy, because Emu knows that Blackbeard is Rox and his fucking immortal enemy. And then Shanks is given the task to kill Blackbeard, because I'm cooking this off the dome right now. Like Shanks walks in on Blackbeard trying to assassinate him on orders from Emu because he's a Holy Knight, whatever. And then Blackbeard is asleep, but the one that he encounters is Rox instead. And then Rox scars Shanks even through his regeneration with advanced Conqueror's Haki, with this new level of advanced Conqueror's Haki that we haven't seen yet. I don't know. That'd be fire.
No, I've heard like most people, they tell me it's kind of weird that Blackbeard was able to like scar Shanks when we know Shanks is like the hockey man. Like he has like goated observation hockey. Like he has all these things, and it is like a little interesting. I always read it as like that scarring happened like pretty early on, like really early on, before like Shanks was goated yet. But I don't know. It's just kind of like, I'd have to like wait. Like if like the Blackbeard we do see pre time skip, he's like ace level you know, he's not like that. We haven't seen him like go that crazy. Like he's able to beat Ace, but it almost feels like a bit of a plot situation where like he's showing his powers up for the first time, and he's gonna be stronger. But I don't see him like, he's not like Yonko tier immediately pre time skip. At least I haven't seen a feat that suggests he is. And you know, the fact that he wasn't able to do that, and then he's able to harm Shanks early on. I don't know, man. I have no idea.
It's just, oh, dude, it's complicated. And I think we need to get more Blackbeard backstory. Like 100% we need to get more. Cause like
I agree. I can't say anything about that stuff.
He's so mysterious, and like the very viable possibility that he has multiple personalities is sort of clouding my judgment of who Blackbeard really is, you know? Like, and until we get a hard confirmation of he's one person, he's two people, he's mainly one person with like a second soul aspect to him, stuff like that. Like there's so many possibilities that are like, any sort of read I have into him is kind of like obscured by the possibility of he could be multiple personalities in one. But like if I think like, oh, Blackbeard that I know would or would not do this, do I know that? Would the Blackbeard I know be someone else actually? Like, I don't know. Like it is a kind of conundrum to predict.
Yeah, I agree.
At all, which is really cool, I think. Guys, we hit our 25 subscriber goal. We hit
25.
Yes. And our previous chapter 1156 is almost gonna hit 1,000 views. What the hell? So that's crazy. You know what? Let's shoot big. Our next subscriber goal, 50. 50.
Damn.
We're gonna hit it. We're gonna do it.
We gotta hit 50 now.
You gotta hit 50 now. 50 is the new subscriber goal. This is Whole Cake Homies. We won't be here next week because there's a break again. Man, this one is valid though. This last break was the Shonen Jump break. It wasn't even an Oda break. That's why we got it early on a Wednesday, I think, because it was like already locked and loaded. But this next one, Oda said that he's been very overworked because he's did like 1 million color spreads and he had to do like other stuff, so like he's like, time to take a break. And you know what, take a break so you can cook, because I have a feeling these next few chapters are going to be very important.
Yup.
All right, bye.